Ladies and gentlemen, it's UKFN Ninja. Hope you guys are all doing well. Still not got any plants or anything like that to show you just yet because it's still not time. Don't really have anything much that I can do really up until about the last week of this month of April, where I can start germinating all the seeds and doing all that stuff. Obviously, if you have the ability to grow stuff indoors, then you could obviously start your plants now and have that little bit of a head start, but out here still not ready. And the reason why, I can show you. You'll see in nature showing you itself what the time is. So all down along here will be stinging nettles, because all this stuff is all dead stinging nettles. So you can see that stinging nettles get up pretty high, coming up quite tall. So this is where they are at the moment. So little tiny little things. But obviously these plants, they grow here naturally, so yeah, they're going to be able to do this. But if I throw these seeds out, plants will suffer because they're not acclimatized to this country, not yet anyway. But hopefully on the fourth round they should be acclimatized, but we'll see, because I had a male out. Got a whole heap of grief about males and pollination. So I'll tell you some little things about pollination and what happens with this plant. So obviously, it being a sativa, it has the THC and all the other attributing parts, and because of that it doesn't produce particularly great fibre in particularly mass amounts, so it's not really useful for anything other than its flowers. Then you have hemp, and hemp is a different genus, but they can breed because they are the same species. So basically, say for example this big field here, if that farmer had a license to grow industrial hemp obviously for its fibre, then all of the males that grow in there, I can tell you the farmer's not going to come and pick them out, he's going to leave them. The pollen from that field will blow everywhere, so all across the land. And there's records, apparent records, verified, who knows, of some 2,000 miles, and that's over in like Afghanistan. They said that basically they've had plants pollinated, yeah, over 2,000 miles away across all of the land, but you know, perfect conditions and so on and so on. It's not a regular occurrence. Mostly it's not going to travel really that far before it gets like scattered to the wind, and then it's not going to pollinate anything. So yeah, obviously if you're growing outdoors, your plants could get pollinated just as well as if you'd kept the males there. So regardless of whether or not you're doing a guerrilla grow and you are leaving males to breed, the fact of the matter is that if there's a farmer with the law on his side or her side, then you know, they're going to pollinate all your plants. But worse than that, not only are you going to get pollinated plants, the seeds that you're going to get off of it, they're going to be pretty much worthless, because you're going to have a hemp sativa hybrid that's going to produce half decent fibre and half decent weed to smoke, but it's going to smoke like a bonfire. It's not going to be particularly pleasant because it's got too much fibre in it. So yeah, fun times with that. So anyway, that's that explained. But yeah, so just having a walk around, it's actually like a pretty damn nice day. It almost feels like it might be spring, so kind of feeling like maybe we might get a little bit sooner than the first week. It might actually start getting stuff done a little bit quicker. I've got loads of different plans for this year. I'm scouting out at the moment, having a bit of a wander around, and basically what I'm thinking is, because I got just stupid amounts of seeds, that I'm just going to throw these plants out. And I'm going to try that method. So basically I talked about this last year when I was doing a video called So You Want to Be a Ganja Farmer, and I was walking around talking about bits and pieces and whatever, and I was saying about finding a good spot. Obviously, because seeds are like fucking ridiculously expensive. If you could see how much seeds come off a plant, you'd just be like, ka-ching! When you think how expensive they want to charge for those seeds. It's a joke, like truly a joke. They're making out like one seed comes from one plant or something like that. Try about 16,000 from one plant and you'd be closer to the mark. So you think 16,000 seeds and you grow 4 plants and then each seed is like £3. You're printing your own money. So I'm gonna piss around with these guys taking the piss with seeds. Really, they can go and F themselves. I don't care how good their strain is. There's so many seeds, mate, that comes off those plants. You can't even justify the amount of money that they put in for it. And I don't even care how much research and time and development. There's a plant, man. Get over yourself. So I'm going to grow it in vast amounts, and then we're going to throw it out. We're going to be sensible. Like, let me show you this, for example. So, see just up here, this little corner piece. But that's all stinging nettles there. Because obviously it's all dead, because it's not time for it to grow. But all the little baby shoots are all down there still. So all of that lot there is going to grow up really, really high. So if you chuck some plants in the middle of that with the intention of just leaving them, so you're not pricking around, you're just going to let nature do its thing. You put them in there, I tell you, they'll be completely disguised, and ain't no one going to go in that place because they don't want to get stung. And then by the time it's ready, it's going to match up with all of the stinging nettles, because stinging nettles also change purple as well. I don't know if you've been out in the winter to see it, but they also change colour too, which is why there's that misconception to think that, you know, stinging nettles and weed is the same. It's a completely different plant. Otherwise you'd be pollinating your plants with stinging nettles, and then you'd get stinging weed. So clearly it's not the same species, so it can't breed together. But they share a lot of similarities, like a lot of stuff does. But they'd grow really well in there, because stinging nettles have a crazy thing that they pull up nitrogen out of the ground and pull up minerals and all that stuff. And I've seen some videos actually that a companion plant of stinging nettles really does just wonders. They complement each other. It's like its protector, basically. You couldn't make it up if you tried. Stinging nettles protect it. So yeah, we might throw out some bits and pieces like that. Go up along edges and around bits and pieces. Obviously, I'm not going to throw them anywhere where someone's going to be walking, because yeah, that'd be too risky. Get seen with it, get caught picking it, whatever. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a go at that. See how many we can throw out in a year, and then we'll see if we can double that for next year. Like I said in previous videos, like, just changed for me, so it'll be a little bit more interesting to see how this year goes and how many plants I can actually grow. We'll see. We will see. But I've got literally like about 2 handfuls left, which will probably last me around probably another couple of weeks, maybe till the middle of this month, and then I'm out. I've got nothing. So sad times. Means I won't be smoking anything for a very long time, not until I harvest the next one, really, because just that's the seeds, man. I'm not paying people for weed, not when I've seen what it's like to grow it, and it's not difficult to grow. It's not particularly difficult to cure it and get it into a decent enough state. Why go and spend so much money? Just go it yourself, man. Cut out the middleman, and you have all the pleasure. All the pleasure of growing it. It's a really nice plant to grow. So that's a plus as well. And exercise, because yeah, you're going to carry around 150 litres of compost. You're going to see whether you can do that and stay weak. Yeah, it's not really going to work, because it's a workout dragging that stuff around. Good exercise, that's for sure. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully the weather stays like this, and hopefully the beginning of this year, along with the beginning of this season, that's a good sign that things will get better, and that the worst has happened now. But we'll see. You can tell. Certainly not the weatherman, that's for sure. But we'll see, and we'll carry on. And yeah. is UK Field Ninja. See you guys next time. This is a quick video. Thought I'd show you something. So anyway, this is up in one of the local fields of mine. And I just had little lambs. They're like so tiny and little. You're not going to be able to see it from over there probably. Little lambs. Mummy sheep. Don't really particularly play her too much. Pissed at me. But yeah, anyway. Spring is here. That's about one. I'm like literally 6-7 meters away from them. They're just chilling. Little baby one too. Yeah, they're funny little creatures.